Alright boys, let's just get straight into it, man. I ain't trying to bullshit you lot, so fuck, look where we are. New location unlocked. This place is my mental lab. So let's first start off with, why do I change my environment in order for you guys to even get the best version of me? Why is it that this version of me, the one that's spitting game, can only be unlocked in a new environment? Why can't I be this version of me in my room? The truth is, because that same four walls has seen me be a degenerate, so it's hard to rebrand. It's hard to assume this new identity in old environments. So, step one, if you're watching this video and you truly want to learn, change your environment. Don't even finish the video. Put it to watch later, because I only want to actually impact people and help people. I don't want sideliners and people who don't take action. This page is for winners. So let's start this video off by saying, get up and get moving. Once you're in a new location, we'll take it from there. I've got my book. I haven't even read the script for today's video. I wrote it down yesterday. Now the reason, I first of all write everything down, and I'm going to bullshit you guys. These are my thoughts. But to review it a day later, I'll be able to suss out the BS and give you guys the cold, hard facts. The truth. So today's video idea, and excuse the noise if there is, we're in East London, bruv. I'm in East London, yeah? How to get rich. Now, this is only if you care about money. Doesn't mean you're an evil person, doesn't mean you're a greedy person. But if you're someone who, because of your life perception, understand that money is a tool, and to have the life you want, money helps. In fact, I would say money's a requirement. Then we should all be asking this question, how do I get rich? I need money, right? I'm a motherfucker who needs money. How do I go out in this big bad world and get money? And it's possible, because plenty of other people have done it. People in worse situations than you have done it. So why can't me and you get money? First of all, let's break out of the traditional molds we have. The mindset that we're running out, the scarcity mindset. We're going to have to first shed yourself of how you look at money to even pose the question on, how do I get money? You might ask yourself, when Krizz is saying money is a necessity, if you're a kid who maybe doesn't feel like that, maybe you're still a bit too young and naive, or maybe you're one of them spiritual guys who say, I don't need money, bro. The truth is, money is a resource that allows you to bend time and reality. It can bend your mood. Money is almost like that fucking anime character Avatar. It encompasses a whole bunch of resources, because you can buy back time, you can buy manpower, you can outsource things. Money allows you to unlock realms of life that you don't even see as a quality of life metric yet. What do I mean by that? To be able to pray your prayers, or to be able to go into meditation without feeling the need to rush. That's money. That's priceless. You've constantly got this fear. You're running away from something. You're always chasing your tail. Now imagine the mental clarity you'd have when you can just sit back, relax, and know that I've got nowhere to be after this. I can give this my full time, energy, and attention. And that's the things you want to give your time and energy attention to. The real important things, looking inwards. You can't do that if you're broke. So ask the question, how do I make money? Let's get into it. Well, first of all, I can't tell you what to do. This video is more about rewiring the brain in order for you to make getting money non-negotiable. So we were talking about the scarcity mindset, the abundance mindset. Having a mental framework in itself is a system. And you guys know I'm a systems man. I'm someone who I would say is a natural born winner, right? Which means I always look for the easiest way to get there. And usually it doesn't involve me. You see, the winner realizes that he's actually fucking stupid. That's the difference. I know I'm retarded. That's why I have to write notes to even make a YouTube video. You think you're a big brain, so you come and you're going to try and off the cuff it. In fact, you're such a big brain, you don't even get started. Because you're like, what will people think of me if I upload a YouTube video? Oh my days, I didn't get a trim. Look at the fucking state of me. You think I care? How I look? When you know what I'm spitting is $100 million game, bruv. I know that. And I'm confident to say that it's $100 million a game, because the person I learnt from made $100 million, right? And I'm learning. Now, he's told me it's a 10-year process. So this is 6 months in my 10 years. So I'm not pretending like I've got it all figured out. You guys need to understand that I'm following a framework. I'm following a system. I'm telling you what these systems are. You're too lazy to even get to that point. So let me cut one step and just tell you, you need to get rid of the way you think to get rich. That's what the guys upstairs are saying, okay? I'm just the guy with the high vis and a walkie-talkie. If you don't believe me and you're like, oh, who the hell are you? Okay, fine, go to the guy I'm talking about. But you're not bothered to do that. So listen, take it from me. Change the way you think. So I can't tell you how to get rich, but I will tell you, you need to change the way you think. And it's not think about money, think, full stop. You need to be delusional. On the way here, I was listening to Machiavelli, How to Focus on 2x Speed. My wise counsel sent me that, my cousin brother. And it talks about having absolute focus and understanding that focus is like a weapon and it must be pinpointed and targeted. You can't be a scatterbrain. The human brain actually can't think of two thoughts in one go. Even when you're switching between tasks, you think you're multitasking and you've got multiple thoughts. Actually, your brain is just that powerful of a computer. It goes from A to B to C to D. But think about how much computing power is getting wasted in that process. What do I mean when I say change your mindset? Well, the first thing is you need to start being delusional. I'm a dreamer, man. I dream big. I've always wanted things. Not even from a materialistic standpoint. Oh, I want the best car. I want the best house. I've wanted a better life. I've wanted the ability to command the respect of a room. See, that's part of my dream life. It's more than just materialism. It's what do you want from life as a young man? How would you want to be perceived when you're grown, when you're in your prime? And this is who you are. Are they going to write about you in history? Are you someone worth mentioning? Are you even going to stand the test of time? Or are you just going to fade away and just be like another one guy who achieved nothing? You know? It's bigger than purely money. Money is a tool. That's why we're asking the question of how to get rich. But I hope you guys understand that you get rich to give it away. I want to make as much money as possible and then give it away. Well, you're not going to take it with you anyway when you're gone. You're using the money as another form of self-development, self-improvement. And you're on the right journey because you've made it this far into the video. So clearly you've got the drive to do it. And you should hopefully have enough drive to make money. So don't worry, by this point in the video, if you're watching this, take it from the guy who sees the data, okay? 90% have left video, so you're the last 10%. So now you'll actually figure out the last 2 or 3 things I've got written here that make you rich, okay? And trust me, work. I'm not rich, but I'm not broke. If you're not delusional, the opposite to that is illusion, which means you feed into the illusion and the system and the matrix that's been created. So you might think it's acceptable to just trade time for money, doom rot, brain rot, doom scroll, and go on 1 or 2 holidays a year. You might just find that acceptable because you're not delusional then. Because the delusional person thinks, what the fuck is that? I need more. I want more. I am meant for more. I should do more. So, how do we get to that point? How do you build yourself into the man who gets more out of life? Obsession. You thought I was going to say hard work, but actually, hard work is the input that everyone has to do. You need to work hard, but you need to be obsessed with the work. It needs to be your only focus. Anything but the work should immediately repulse you. And I use the word repulse very strategically here because it's a strong word. And boy, do I mean it. It feels to say this as a self-proclaimed people person, but even the people that I once held so dearly to me, because you no longer serve my mission, I find it a disrespect to myself to spend time with that person. That's not to take away from the amount that I have of love for them, right? But now I love my time even more because I'm obsessed. And you need to get to that level of obsession, because if you don't love your time and if you're not obsessed with your goal, no one else will be. You're the only person that can make this happen for you and for your family if you care. So you need to be obsessed. Now, if we remove the frame that being rich or trying to be a greedy bastard and chase wealth is a bad thing, let's already assume that we know that's not the case. Then we should ask ourselves the question, okay, if money is evil, how can I be the best? So it's not evil, I already know that. If I get money, I can be good. Money's an amplifier, right? So how can I be the best, useful, most productive member of society when I make the money? Elon Musk is the world's richest man, and he's not in a boat enjoying his riches, he's trying to get to the fucking moon. You get the money and you use it like a tool to continuously get better. So don't even stop there. The question that you're writing down, how do I get rich, should be step one. Life doesn't end after that. That's literally when life unlocks a whole new level. It's just a boss you've beaten, right? So have this question of how do I get rich, but understand that the book doesn't end there. This is just a chapter and you will conquer it. Like I said, if you're an action taker and you work well under pressure, self-imposed pressure, and you're able to reject comfort and seek pain in order to command excellence, you will win. I hope you boys enjoyed that, man. Pressure makes diamonds. You motherfuckers need to work hard and understand that systems are what contain you and can carry you. When you're flying too high to the sun, your system will bring you down. And when you're nearly at rock bottom, your system will carry you. Carry and contain. Systems are the way to go, man. Systems, systems, systems. If you're interested in what I'm talking about, hit the link in the description. We can work, man.